Hi guys, how are you? I am Kadian and I am going to document this 10-day journey that I am going on to lose weight. Now, I have PCOS, that's polycystic ovarian syndrome, and as a result, it makes it very hard for me to lose weight because my body does not process carbs. Yes, it does not process carbohydrates. It works like that of a diabetic. No, 2 weeks ago, I weighed 194 pounds, and today, look at me. I'm not modeling, guys, I'm just showing you something. Can you see me? Look at me. All right, so yes, this is what I look like now, and next week this time I am going to be weighing for you and you will see my results, because as I mentioned, I weighed 194 pounds 2 weeks ago, and today I am weighing in at 212 pounds. Yes, it's 211 something, almost 212 pounds. So what I'm going to do, I am going on a 10-day green smoothie cleanse, and I'll show you what I'll be eating per day, and then at the end of that I will see how much weight is lost. Now let me share my story. So guys, I'm about to share my PCOS story with you, right? And though I am living in America, I am Jamaican. Now, it all started years ago after being married for about 10 years, and I wanted to produce a child, right? Because my husband, he has no children, so naturally, you know, he would want to have a child. So I realized then and there that it was not happening, and I wasn't even having my menses, right? She wasn't coming any at all. So month after month after month, there would be no sign of her. No, I went to regular doctors and nothing still happened. I sought out the best gynecologists in my home country, and no matter how expensive they were, I decided that, you know what, this was worth it, so I paid for it. Now, one even suggested that it was then after I went to this top gynecologist that he told me that I had PCOS. Now, PCOS means polycystic ovarian syndrome. I began to worry because I did the research and I found out that it was a very hard task, if not impossible, for you to have PCOS and get pregnant. And of course, I wanted a child, another child, because I already had a son at that time. I still have my son. Guys, when I went to the gynecologist and he did all the tests and he told me that, he said that I had to do laparoscopic surgery. So he said that if I wanted to get pregnant, I had to do a laparoscopic surgery. But first he would give me some treatments. So he placed me on Clomid, which is a fertility drug. He gave me another pill to induce my period. He even recommended birth controls for my hormone issues. But guys, I should have been smart enough to know at the time that if I want to get pregnant, why would you be putting me on birth controls, right? But of course, I was so desperate, I just went ahead with whatever they wanted me to do. I went ahead with it. So I had all those pills in my system. I was taking everything. Yes, they even gave me metformin. Now, metformin, if you know, is a diabetic pill. And recently I found out that it gives an early onset of amnesia as well. And they were giving me like 1,500 milligrams per day. Yes, I was taking 3 of those pills, which is 500 milligrams each per day, just to see if my period would regularize. Even with that being done and all those things, I still would not get my period more than twice per year. So I'm wondering, what's the sense of me spending all this money and doing all these things and nothing is happening? And guys, I became a zombie, I'm telling you. So of course I had terrible mood swings. I was so depressed. My facial hair was growing so much. I had bad pimples. My skin just broke out non-stop. I was fat and I couldn't get the weight off any at all. And if I even smelled a piece of carb, you would see it reflected on the scale the next day. PCOS is something that if you do not have it, you cannot understand it. But sometimes you don't even know that you have it. So if you're experiencing any of these symptoms that I'm telling you about, please get yourself checked out. It doesn't have to be the fertility issue alone, because you could be having regular periods, but you still have PCOS. You don't have to have the facial hair or the hair on your chest for you to have it. You could be depressed. You could be going through horrible mood swings. You could be very high this minute, happy like Mary Poppins, like I am. And then the next minute you're so sad that nobody can get you out of it. Guys, this is something that is very, very hard to understand. So if you see family members displaying these signs, please support them, because it could be that they have PCOS. So as I was saying, the doctors prescribed all of those and I went along with it for years. Still nothing happened. Of course, my husband naturally started cheating on me. The girl even became very disrespectful because she said how my husband told her that I was unable to have a child by him, and they were working on, according to her, I have the ring, but she will be carrying the twins. No, I can never forget that, because, you know, on top of everything that I'm going through and I was going through at the time, that was so devastating, not having his support, but knowing that he was outside telling others. Yes, guys, I'm going to be as real with you as possible. I'm holding nothing back, because this is a serious issue that the world needs to learn about. Like, people need to be more sympathetic and they need to research PCOS more in depth, because there is no known cure for it, but it is a horrible syndrome. I am even calling it a disease at this stage. Yes, and what it does as well is some cysts grow on your ovaries, right? So the cysts are on your ovaries and they can cause immense pain. So even in sexual activities, I have had partners telling me that I'm pretending because I cry so much during penetration. But no, that is also a side effect of PCOS. Because the cysts are on your ovaries, once you're being penetrated, then it's like it's thugging, you know, the penis is actually thugging on the cyst. It's pushing against it and it creates immense pain. It creates immense pain, I'm telling you. So yes, guys, now back to the gynecologist prescribing all of those for years and me doing it without seeing any result. So I should have known better, but when he suggested laparoscopic surgery, I went ahead with it. No, he did the laparoscopic surgery and still nothing happened. I thought this was going to be a real fix and naturally I would be pregnant. I would become pregnant. No, I did not become pregnant. So I did these for years and years and years and still nothing happened, right? And all this I did while I was in Jamaica. No, when I came to America, of course, while I was in Jamaica, I started drinking some green juice. So I would blend my callaloo and string bean in jelly coconut water. So I would blend that with cucumbers and sweet peppers, sweet green peppers, right? Bell peppers, you call it here. And we would drink that because, yes, I had a friend and she would go along with me. So she would drink that, we would drink that, and then that's how I would lose some weight. And I wasn't consistent though, because I love carbs. And you know, if you're from the Caribbean, you know, rice and peas is a regular staple and it's very enjoyable. So I would be consuming my rice and peas and my bread, and I was humongous. I am not lying. I was very fat and I felt unattractive. People probably wouldn't tell because I seemed so confident, but I guess that is another thing that we work with. We just learn to disguise our true feeling. So yes, let me fast forward to coming to America 5 years ago. When I came to America, I was still very fat. I was obese. My face broke out. I tried to be confident. I was so depressed. And then leaving my country to come here without family or friends. My son came, but it was after a while. So I was so depressed. I had my dark curtains up. If my phone rang, I wouldn't even answer it because I didn't want to hear from anybody. This thing was just taking over my life. So I went home for the first summer after being here. And when I went home, there was this popular guy, a party promoter, that I had a big crush on, right? And we started talking online. So we started dating online, and I met him in person when I was there. Now, being a party promoter, he took me to many, many parties, 7 per night, because he would just make an appearance, take pictures, and then he would move on to the next party. Now guys, this is very heart-rending, because I remember at one point, even though he and I were together, he had like some groupies around him, and because they looked so well, he chose to take pictures with them. Well, he took pictures with me as well. Well, guess what? On his Instagram page, he posted the pictures with the groupies and not with me. No, that should have been a clear warning to me, but call me naive or call me a yammed, but I still didn't open my eyes. Throughout the time of us dating in Jamaica, we didn't have sexual intercourse except for once, and it was about a couple of days before I came home. And when it happened, after the act, he said to me, being a teacher, I am going to grade you. Now guys, you're going to be stunned when you hear this, but it's something that I have to tell you. So he said he's going to grade me. He said, for your loyalty, I'm giving you an A+. And because you're so kind, I am giving you an A+ as well. But your strength is your weakness, because you being so kind opens the door for people to use you. And he said that to me, and that was an eye-opener. From then until now, not the same person I am, but it doesn't stop there. He said, for your dress code, I am giving you a 4 out of 10. Mark you, I usually dress like a professional, and I was never a party goer. So the fact that I was going to parties now, I didn't know what to wear. It was a new world that I was exposed to, and I really didn't know what to wear. So he gave me 4 out of 10 for my dress code, and I took it. But this is what gave me that wake-up call now. He said to me, you know, you could have looked sexy, but that big stomach in front of you, it just have to go. And he said to me, you know, you don't have to go to the gym. You can just wake up and exercise in the mornings and do some abs. You have to take care of yourself, because with such a personality and being as brilliant as you are, image is everything. So you have to look the part. And if you're going to be rolling with me, naturally you're going to be in papers, you're going to be seen all over, because sometimes I'm photographed without even knowing. And he said to me, and you need to put some color on your lips. From that day on, I can't recall if I've ever gone without lipstick. Guys, it touched me. It broke me. I cried when I was by myself, but I also reflected, because that's one thing about me. I reflect a lot. So I also reflected on the things that he told me. And when I came home, back to America, I became a new person. Well, I wrote a book that has not been published yet about that story, but we will get to that. I decided that I was going to do something about it. And right here, I'm going to insert a picture of what I looked like when I came home and I did my research and decided that I was going to do a green smoothie cleanse. Yes, I started researching spinach. So I looked at all the ingredients. I looked at everything that I would need. And I also, let me give credit right here to JJ Smith and her 10-day green smoothie cleanse, because I believe in giving you credit where it's due. So even though I altered her recipes in the book, and I made many of them my own, I set out on a journey and I started my 10-day green smoothie cleanse. And for that 10-day, I was so strict on it that I lost 25 pounds. 25 pounds. And I looked completely different. I realized then how people reacted towards me. But what I'm saying right here, let me pause to interject to let you know that you should be kind to people because you do not know what they're going through. Me being so fat wasn't because I was greedy and I ate a lot. No, sometimes I would go days without eating a lot, but once I consumed carbs, because my body does not process carbohydrates and work like that of a diabetic, that's the reason why they had me on metformin, then I would just look fat. No matter what I ate, I would put the weight on. And today I would lose some, and then next week I eat a little carbs and I gain it right back. So him being so blunt was very mean, but again, it told me something. I learned a lesson and I have to take care of myself. So the green smoothie, guys, I just use 3 fruits of my choice, not very fattening. So I would just use, in 3 days, I would just use 1 banana because banana is fattening. So I would draw close to the berries, the strawberries, the blackberries, the blueberries. Yes, they're not very tasty, but they're good for you. So I would blend up my spinach with 3 different fruits, mostly 2 apples, because apples are fibers and they make you feel full and they're very good for you and they're low in calories. So I would think about all the low calorie fruits, and those I would blend with my green smoothie, as well as a plant-based protein powder. I would put a scoop of that so that the smoothie is palatable and it makes me want to drink it. So I did that and I lost 25 pounds. No, guys, this is a continuous journey with PCOS, because guess what? It didn't stop there. Even though I became so stunning and I went back home the next year and everybody marveled, even my mother looked at me and asked me if I did plastic surgery. Can you believe it? Yes. So that again is another story, because that was just so sad and heartbroken. It broke my heart. She asked me if I did plastic surgery because I was more beautiful. My stomach was flat. She even wondered if I did a butt implant, which I have not done, guys. It's just a strict green smoothie. And then when I came off that, then I started including a lot of protein and vegetables in my diet, and I tried to stay away from carbs. No, I don't know if I was becoming too comfortable, but I started eating carbs again, and voila, look at me. The weight is on. Well, I am not as big as I used to be, but you can see there's a stomach right here, and there are tires coming back, and yes, the weight is coming back on. So this is why I am now going to document my weight loss journey for this week. I am going to show you what I am weighing now, and then at the end of this week, I am also going to show it to you again, but I hope to do another 10 days so that I can lose this weight. Guys, this is the first in the series of PCOS. In fact, my channel is Intimate Me, so I will get very personal with you, but all things that you should know, because if it's not affecting you, it's affecting someone you know, and they might not be telling you, but at least you will see the signs. All right, guys, so I want to thank you for watching, and if you feel led to, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you want to comment, if you have more questions, I will respond to all your comments, and I will let you know. So any question that you have, just put it there and I will get back to you. Now, please help me along this journey because it's not easy. I am still not cured. There's no cure for PCOS. I am still not pregnant, and I would really love a baby, even though I'm thinking by this it's too long gone because my clock is no longer ticking, but it's almost stopping. Yes, so I don't even know if that will ever happen again, but thank God I have a son. I have a big son. He's 23, and I hope that I will get another one, but if it doesn't happen, then I'll just try to live a good life and be comfortable in my skin. This is makeup I have on. One day, hopefully, I'll show you my face. According to my students, Miss, I want to see your real face, because I would go with makeup so often that they would tell me that they want to see my real face. But I still suffer from a lot of facial hair and spots because I'm also lactose intolerant. So anything that I eat with milk or cheese, it comes right up in my face and give me some big pimples. That's the reason why I have the makeup on consistently. For those who know me, yes, religiously, I have makeup on. But guys, watch this and tell me if you know anybody that has PCOS and how you are dealing with it. All right, and stay with me on my journey to see how much weight I will lose this time around. And it's never an ending task. So let's see if I can resume eating meats and protein after this 10-day cleanse. Thank you for watching and have yourself a great day.